Hello guys and welcome back to this next tutorial. Alright, let's start again. Hello guys and welcome back to this tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to do this exact animation inside of DaVinci Resolve Fusion. I think it looks really cool and it has like this really special cinematic style since I've added a lot of effects which gives it this cool vintage kind of look. So yeah, let's jump right into it. And please excuse me, I have to drink a lot of water today since my throat hurts. Alright, so we're just going to make it a little bit faster today since I can talk so much. Alright. Yeah, so we are usually starting out like usual with our basic 3D node tree. We need a render 3D to render our 2D information, the camera 2D plugged into a merge 3D to have obviously this nice rotating camera movement in 3D space, and then we're animating it with the transform 3D in between. And then we need an image plane 3D or multiple image plane 3Ds which are plugged into the merge 3D one in order to obviously take our 2D information and put it into 3D space, or displaying it on a 2D plane in 3D space. That's what those image planes actually are. Alright, so we will start off by actually just creating our white background, and we're doing this by just adding an image plane and connecting a background to it. We can just go to the taskbar and click on this icon, or you can remember this is probably the most important shortcut in whole Fusion. Shift spacebar, type in background. Wow. Type in background and then or type in any other Fusion nodes like merge or I don't know, light, and then you can just add the nodes. We're just putting in this cool grid background, so I just took it from Envato Elements, very nice website. It's not a commercial or anything. No, it's not a commercial plug for me, but I like to use it very much. It costs I think 30 euros a month or something. If you use the premium version of it, yeah, and then I just dragged and dropped the image into the free space, into an image plane, which I scaled up a lot so that it covers the whole area. This. Yeah, and that's how I did this. Alright, so next thing I did was then adding the Christopher Nolan. So I just went into the internet, searched for Christopher Nolan. So Christopher Nolan, side profile actually. Then I went to images, looked for something, and then I put it into, or like didn't just right click down or just take a screenshot. Then I put it into Removable AI to just remove the background pretty quick. You can also use with Photoshop as well, or with the Magic Mask from DaVinci Resolve. And then I added a background to the image plane 3D to create a sub, or to create this node tree. The background here is like the media in. And then I've added the rest of the node tree, so the Christopher Nolan, the drop shadow to Christopher Nolan with these exact settings. Then a transform node to obviously move it around, and then a color corrector to remove the saturation to give it this cool black and white look. Alright. And then I went to the image plane and dragged it a little bit around to get a cool 3D feeling and that it isn't looking like everything is all in one place. Next thing I did then was creating the actual text here, and I can do this actually. So I've just added a text now, type in Shift spacebar, type in text. I'm sorry for actually speedrunning this today, but like my throat hurts so much. I can't really talk. So next call will be better. So just type in text plus, add it to your background, or add it to your timeline, then connect it to your main node tree, where again you have your background as your media in, which is plugged into your just set the alpha to 0 to make it like see-through. And then you can go into the text in the inspector, type in whatever text you want, change the font, change the style, if there's a style option, change the color, size and everything. So you can just copy these exact same settings. Then I did this as well with this one. The only thing I did here was going to the transform as when text is selected and adjusting the spacing so that it looks a little bit smaller together and that the gaps between the letters are decreasing. Alright, and then obviously I plugged it into ImagePlaner 3D to have it in 3D space. Next thing I was then animating the Nolan, or the Christopher. So I went to the first frame, then to about frame 44, and then in the beginning of the animation I went into the inspector text. Then I was going to write on, set it to 0, and at 44 to the max. And this is how this writing on effect got created. By the way, I just wanted to show you this spline real quick from this animation. So this is like a really huge curve, so it's 44 frames. But as you can see, usually it looks like this, and I dragged it out a lot. You can make it big in this window. This is because we want to have it like extremely smooth, so that it looks like insane. So always drag out your handles a lot. This is really important. Then I've animated the Nolan, added text. Last thing I was creating then those little handles. And this was really easy. I've just added a background node, and then I added a polygon node to actually draw a shape. So I would recommend you to just click 1 when selecting the background to have it on your screen. Then you can just add a polygon node when you just go into the toolbar, and then you create a polygon node, or you just hit spacebar and type in polygon. Oh, holy shit. And then what you will see, or what you can do then, is just creating the shape that you want. So in this case I just draw around and drag the handles out a lot to create like these curves kind of things. And lastly I added a drop shadow with these exact settings to give it this cool shadow effect. And then I animated it even longer than the Christopher Nolan, and with an insane curve. Oh wait, actually, oh yeah, alright. So with a really huge curve again. And I animated actually the ZX to rotate it around because I think it looks really cool. And I've set them up in different positions, so as you can see, one is a little bit more front, the other one is a little bit more in the back to give it more depth. And by the way, if you want to access this preview, you can just go to Image 3D and type in 1 or 2 to have it in your window. Alright, next thing I did was then I just duplicated it and did the exact same thing on the other side. And then I had this smooth animation. Alright, then we're just going to create the look really fast. Then we just had to create the look. So I did this by going to the video 1. Then I've added the film look creator by going to the effects, open effects, and then I went to film look creator, drag it on top of my composition. Then I changed a couple of these presets from cinematic to elated, and I changed the global blend as well. No, I didn't actually. Oh, no, that's the film right. Then I changed the global blend as well, and yeah, to just decrease a little bit because this was looking very harsh. And then lastly, I was just adding a vignette to make it more focused on the center. I was adding a halation effect as well to give it this dreamy kind of vibe. vibe, and then like with these settings, if I was adding a lens reflection, by the way you can find all of these effects in the effects, in the Open Effects tool, and then I was adding analog damage to, to have it a little bit of grain, I think. No, I have no effect, alright, so I can just delete it. And then on the lens reflection, I changed a couple of settings where you can just copy those, and then I have this effect. Alright, so I totally get if you didn't come up with this page because this was really, really fast. I'm feeling very sick, so I'm going to finish this call today. Thank you very much to watching it. If you have questions, then please just ask me. You can ask me in school, hit me up on Instagram or anything. And I would say, have a good day.